Okay, noontime yoga. Welcome. If this is your first time joining me, thank you. Thank yourself. This is a 50-minute to an hour flow inspired by the coronavirus. So we'll just jump right into things today. I imagine that you're working from home or studying from home, and this is a time that you get to gift to yourself to just get away for a moment. So find a seat that works for you. You can lay down if that's better for you as well. Allow your eyes to softly close. Place one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. And just feel the movement of your breath through your body. Allow yourself to just drop right into this present moment here and now. There'll be residue of thoughts and actions that came before you got on your mat. And just notice them and invite them to leave. And for this next hour of our lives together, our focus is just on what's happening right now. So give yourself the gift of your full attention, your full presence. Hearing perhaps any sounds in the room around you. Maybe just the sound of your own breath. Take a nice breath in through the nose. Let it out through an open mouth. Once again, in the nose. Out the mouth. This time, seal your mouth. Breathing in and out through the nose. And see if you could constrict the back of your throat a bit so it seems like you're fogging a mirror with that breath out your nose. Activating your Ujjayi pranayama or your ocean breath. With this breath nice and strong and audible, inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Exhaling, right hand to the ground, reach up and over towards the right. And feel free to take as much movement as you like here today. One, you're not in a classroom with anybody. But two, sometimes these stagnant movements aren't exactly what we need. So move as much as you like here. Breathing into the side body. Exhale, come back up to the center. Reach both arms up with the breath in. Exhaling, left hand down. Reach up and over towards the left. You can turn your head down and up towards the ceiling. Begin to unwind the movements your body has done this morning. Inhale, reach back up to the sky. Exhaling, cross your elbows, cross your wrists, coming into eagle arms, Garudasana arms. This is too much. You could just bring fingertips to the shoulder blades, lifting elbows up towards chin height. And send the breath into the back of your shoulders. Exhaling, release the arms wide. And on a breath in, cross the arms in the opposite direction. And again, can you just arrive in this present moment? Noticing only exactly what's happening right now. On an exhale, spread the arms wide. Bring the fingertips towards the nose like you're pressing out into two walls on either side. Turn your nose over towards the right. Bring your left fingertips a little bit further behind you. You might feel a little bit of a tingling or a buzz in your wrists. That's just your nerves moving through the connective tissue. On a breath in, look back towards the center. On a breath out, look over towards the left. This time, right fingertips come a little bit behind you. If it's too intense, you can flex your wrist a little less or take a little bend in the elbow. Breathing into the sensations in your body right now. Inhaling, head back to the middle. Release your arms and find a child's pose. Extending your arms long in front of you, legs can be together or apart. Sit that bum back towards those heels. And send your breath down through your forehead into the ground. See if you could follow the pathway that your breath takes in your body. I'm bringing music back for class today. Anybody has complaints, they can write it in the live chat. On your next breath in, come up to all fours. Take a few rounds of cat-cow. Inhaling, expanding your belly, chest, looking up towards the sky. And exhaling, pressing shins down, hands down, coming into that nice cat. Taking a few rounds back and forth with your breath. And see if you could fill every moment of your motion with breath. And take a few circles with your ribs, your hips, your neck. And feeling what it's like to be in your body today. And switching directions of your circles. Knowing that today your body is different than it's ever been in your entire life. And feeling and breathing into what that means for you. And finding a neutral spine somewhere in between that cat and cow. Turn just your fingers in towards each other so it makes a little diamond shape, like such. And bring that cat-cow just to your upper spine. So on an inhale, let just your upper back and thoracic spine extend. And on an exhale, hollow that out, looking down. Taking a few breaths back and forth between these two movements. We tend to just do our cat-cow and our low back. So this is a way to get a little more movement into that part of our spine we tend to move a little less. Okay. And turning the hands back towards forward. On an inhale, reach the right leg back, flexing the foot. Left arm can reach forward if that's okay for you here in your balance. Option to stay here or to bend the right leg, reaching back for that right foot, coming into a nice quadricep stretch. Wherever you go, bring your breath. Extending the arm and leg long if you grab the foot. Exhaling, hand down, knee down. Opposite side, left leg reaches back, right arm reaches long and forward. If you're staying here, see if you could reach your hand and your foot even further away from each other. Or option to reach so far you bend that knee and grab that back foot. Exhaling, release the foot. Bring the hand down. Come back into a child's pose once again. Knees wide this time. And walk the hands over towards the left-hand side of the mat. On an exhale, walk your hands over to the right side of your body, coming home to your body. Exhaling, walk your hands back to the center. Come forward into a modified push-up or full plank position. Knees down or knees lifted. Spread the fingers so wide and press them down so much it feels like you could lift the center of your palm away from the ground. So your wrists are nice and supported here. You're not just collapsing into them. Take a breath here. Press the ground away from you. Exhale, keep feeling like you're pressing the ground away as you slowly lower all the way to the ground. Straightening the legs out behind you. Reach the right arm forward. Inhale for half a cobra pose here, opening up towards the left. Holding it here for a breath in. Exhale, release, left arm reaches forward, right arm towards the armpit. Inhale, curling. Exhale, release. Bring your fingers towards your armpits. Press the top of the feet down. Inhale, rise up, cobra pose. Holding here for a breath. Imagine you're dragging your fingers back towards your hips. And on an exhale, release it down. Pressing up through all fours or a plank position, downward facing dog. Breathing here in your first down dog. Saying hello to the back of your legs, maybe for the first time today. And if you've been practicing yoga for a few days in a row now, maybe play around with the position of your hands or your feet. Take a wider stance with your legs and your hands. On a breath in, lift the right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhaling, step the leg through. High lunge, arms raise up into the air. Isometrically scissor those inner thighs together so you carve your right hip back. Growing even longer in the waist. On an exhale, airplane arms reach back behind you. Bring your chest towards your front thigh. On your next exhale, left knee comes to the ground. Arms reach up towards the sky, Anjaneyasana. If this is rough on your back knee at all, you can fold over your mat so you have an extra little cushion here. Again, try not to sit in your low back here, but can you actually scissor your legs together so much that your low back feels buoyant? It feels supported by the strength of your legs. Option to bring the left hand down to the ground here and reach back for a thigh stretch with that left leg. Sending your breath into the front of that left thigh. One more breath in. Exhaling, release the leg, frame the front foot, and straighten that right leg coming into a runner stretch here. If your fingertips don't reach the ground, you could take this as a balance pose, bringing your fingers to your thigh, or grab two books, water bottles, pillows, something you can grab with your hands. And try to kick your right heel back as you reach your heart forward over the toes. Taking your left shin, make it parallel to the back of your mat. Point your right toe out towards the front of your mat, reaching into stargazer pose. Breathing into the right side of the body. Exhaling, swing the arm down in front of you, coming back into a low lunge. Tuck the left toes under, step the right foot back. And take a breath in, resisting the ground, and exhale, lower all the way down. Rolling the shoulders down and back, inhale, cobra pose, lifting up. Exhaling, release. Pressing up through all fours or plank pose, coming into down dog or child's pose. 5 breaths here. Allowing your breath to lubricate your body. On a breath in, left leg lifts up and back, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step the left leg through. High lunge, arms reach up towards the sky. If you feel this in your low back or your hip at all, take a shorter stance or bend that back leg. And the actions of our muscles are what can most support our joints here. So hug those left hip muscles in towards the hip so the left hip gathers towards the ground. Exhaling, airplane arms reach back, torso parallel towards the thigh. Feel a long line between the crown of the head and the right heel. 1 breath in here. Exhaling, lower the right knee down, holding the mat if you need. Arms rise up to the sky, Anjaneyasana. This time, bring your hands onto your ribs and gather the front of your ribs together so you could feel this nice support through the front of your body. Again, option to stay here or come into that thigh stretch, bringing right hand down, reaching left hand back for right foot. And staying present in this moment with your body. Not thinking about last time or next time or another time. But just being with everything going on inside you. Releasing the back leg. Straightening the front leg, runner stretch. Peel the left pinky toe back towards your nose. Flexing the foot towards your face. And coming into stargazer on this side, right shin parallel to the back of the mat, right hand comes to the outside of the right leg, reach the left arm towards the back of the mat. And taking deeper, fuller breaths into the side of the body. Exhaling, arm sweeps down in front of you. Step back to top of a push-up plank position. Our first Chaturanga Dandasana of the day here. Taking a breath in, resist to the ground. Exhale, lower down halfway. Rolling to the top of your toes, straighten the arms. Feel like you're pulling your toes towards the front of your mat. Upward facing dog. And on an exhale, lift the inner thighs up and back, bringing you to down dog. 3 breaths here. Inhaling, right leg lifts up and back. Exhale, step it through, warrior 1. Sealing the back foot down at about a 45-degree angle. Lift the arms up to the sky. Inhaling, grow longer through the torso. Exhaling, step the front foot back. Chaturanga Dandasana or down dog. Again, in the Chaturanga, you lower down halfway. You press up to up dog or cobra. And you exhale back to down dog. Inhaling, left leg lifts up and back. Exhale, step it through, warrior one. Again, that back foot's at about 45 degrees. Hips face towards the right front. Inhale, grow a little longer, taller here. Exhale, frame the front foot, step forward, Uttanasana, forward fold. Grab opposite elbows here, take a little bend in your legs, and take a sway back and forth. Inhaling, half back, elongate the spine. Exhale, forward. Rise to stand, arms reach up to the sky. Exhale your hands down through your heart. Inhaling, reaching up to the sky. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhaling, half back. Exhale, forward fold. Step the left foot back, warrior one. Arms rise on up to the sky. Holding for a breath here to press down the left pinky toe. Exhaling, framing the front foot. Step back for a Chaturanga Dandasana or meet in downward facing dog. Always option to skip Chaturangas or to just take a push-up or to chill out in child's pose. Inhaling, left leg lifts up and back. Exhale, step it forward, warrior one. Arms rise on up. Inhale, grow a little taller. Exhale, frame the front foot, step forward, Uttanasana, forward. Inhaling, half back. Exhale, forward fold, bend the knees, Utkatasana, chair pose, holding. You feel like there's a block between your arms and a block between your inner thighs that you're engaging in towards. Exhale, come to stand. Bring the left knee up towards hip height. Bending the leg, feel like you're pressing your leg down into something as you're growing even taller in the torso. Take a nice breath in here. And on an exhale, begin to tip the torso forward. Reach the left leg back behind you. Keep reaching it back behind you, but feel like your left heel wants to kick your left thumb. You're engaging the back of your leg as you start to bend your standing leg. So much so that the left foot lowers to the ground, opening up warrior two. Ideally, right knee comes over that right ankle here. And there's an internal rotation happening in that back thigh. Find your breath here. Let your breath fill your entire being. Exhale, cartwheel the hands to frame the front foot. Stepping back for a Chaturanga Dandasana or downward facing dog. On an inhale, raise the right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it forward, then step the left leg forward, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward. Bending the knees, Utkatasana, chair pose. This time, hands come to the heart. And bring your thumbs to your heart center and lift up through your heart while you send your tail down below behind you. Exhale, twist towards the left-hand side. Bringing the right upper arm to the outer left thigh. See if you could feel like you're pressing both outer thighs out against something. So we keep a space between the thighs. Inhale, rise the arms up to the sky. And exhale, come to standing, right leg lifts up towards hip height. With the right knee bent, feel like you're trying to kick it down towards the ground. On an exhale, begin to extend that right leg behind you, but feel like the heel wants to kick the butt as you're doing it. So one of the secrets to balancing in any of these poses is that you resist the movement you're doing. So as you're straightening your right leg behind you, feel like your heel just wants to kick your bum. Keep that feeling as you bend the left leg. Keep that feeling as your right toes touch the ground, opening up warrior two. Settling into a place here. Left heel maybe intersects the middle of the back right arch. And breathe. Exhaling, frame the front foot. And taking a chaturanga dandasana or meeting back for down. Inhaling, right leg lifts up and back. Exhale, step it through. Warrior two. Finding that position of strength. That position where your arms feel like they're pressing into the ground, lifting your heart up and away from your hips. That position of strength where it feels like you're pressing your feet away from each other. So there's room for your low back to grow up and out of your hips. Exhaling, straighten the front leg, triangle pose. Reach the right arm forward till you can't reach it anymore. And then tip that right arm down towards your shin. You can rest on your shin or in the ground in front or behind that right leg. I'm not big on instructing the neck to be anywhere in particular. Just find a place where your neck feels free. Reach the left hand towards the front of the mat. And on an exhale, sweep the left arm down in front of you. Turn all 10 toes to the left side. Bring your peace fingers around your big toes. And fold forward over your legs here. And bringing your hands to your hips. Inhale, rise on. Turn your heels in, toes out. Bending your knees for goddess pose, arms come up into a big old V. Feel like you're isometrically trying to kick your heels up towards your bum, like they could just lift up, but you're not letting them. Just engaging the entire posterior chain in the back of your legs. Lift the left arm up a little higher than the right, then the right arm a little higher than the left. Going back and forth here, trying to grow from side to side in your torso. On an exhale, straighten those legs. Turn the right heel out towards the right. Warrior two on the left-hand side. And place your arms here with purpose. Let your fingertips reach out and away from your body. Like you're claiming your space for yourself here. Feel your breath moving throughout your body. And on an inhale, straighten that left leg, triangle pose. Reaching that left wrist over the left foot, and then tipping into your triangle. Again, placing the head anywhere that it feels good. And sometimes for me, that's in movement. So I'll just move my neck around until I find a place where it feels right. Exhaling, right hand comes down to the ground, framing the left foot. Step back, coming into down dog, but lower the forearms to the ground, coming into dolphin pose. And take a bend in the knees and stick that bum up and back like you're trying to spread the sit bones behind you. Elbows push down and forwards and away from you. Stabilizing your shoulder girdle here. See if you could keep that action around the shoulder while you try to straighten those legs. Slowly walk the feet back, coming into forearm plank. Noticing your reaction to forearm plank. And see if you could stay with the sensations that are present. Not with your expectation of the situation. Not with last time how the situation was. But just stay with the sensations arising in your body. Side plank on the left-hand side. Staying on the forearm if you like. See if you can lift the left hip up so much it feels like you could step on the bottom of that left foot. Breath in, lift a little high. Exhale, right forearm comes down, switching sides. Staying with your breath. Letting this entire practice just be about how much you can pay attention. Exhaling, left hand comes down, lower the hips down. Sphinx pose. Elbows right underneath the shoulders. Root the inner thighs towards each other so it feels like they're trying to internally rotate and lift up towards the sky. Feel your breath pouring out of your heart. Exhaling, release, sit down. Pressing back through all fours, taking a child's pose or coming into downward facing dog. Three breaths wherever you are. Inviting your breath to fill the space that your thoughtless thoughts fill in your mind. Can you just stay with what is actually happening right now? Inhaling, left leg lifts up and back. Exhale, knee to the nose, step it through, step the right leg through, forward fold. Inhale, half back. Exhale, fold it forward, bending the knees, Utkatasana, chair pose. Hands come down to the heart. Inhale, curl up through the heart. Exhale, twist towards your right. Left forearm comes to the outer side of the right leg. Wherever you are, stay with your breath. And let it be the sole focus of your attention. Exhale, release it forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward. Rise to stand on the breath in, arms reach up. Exhale, hands down through your heart. Inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. Grabbing onto the left wrist, reach up and over towards your right. You can stay here or take that right foot, step it behind the left, coming into even deeper side bend here. Inhale, come back up towards the center. Switching sides, grabbing onto right wrist with left hand. Reach up and over towards the left. Stepping left foot behind the right if you like here. Exhale, come up to standing. And cross the right foot over the left, right leg over the left. Bring the right big toes to the ground. Hands come onto the thighs here. And press your thigh up into your fingertips. Press your fingertips down into your thighs. This is option one. You can stay here. Or you can cross left arm on top of the right as we did at the start. Coming into Garudasana, eagle arms. Full expression of this pose is to then take that right foot and hook it behind the left ankle. It does not matter what you do, it matters how you do it. Stay with your breath. Let it fill you. Exhale, release. Coming on to the opposite side. Left leg crosses over the right. Sit back like you're sitting in a chair behind you, so much so that the left toes come to the ground. Right arm crosses on top of the left. Press fingers into thigh, thigh into fingers. Feel like your waist is elongating up and away from your hips here. Like you could just shimmy your ribs even higher than your waist. Option to take the full form of this pose, crossing right arm on top of left, and maybe hooking the left foot behind the right ankle. Working on the how. Staying with the breath. Exhale, release. Stepping on the left leg, coming into tree pose. Right foot comes to the inseam of the left leg anywhere. An option to stay here in your tree with your torso lifted, or to spread your arms into a T and start to bring your torso parallel towards the ground. Just a little balance challenge. Rising back up if you pitched forwards. Exhale, releasing the right foot down, switching sides. And simply focusing on the quality of your breath as you move. And staying in tree or reaching the torso parallel towards the ground. Exhale, release. just wherever you are. I'm really liking standing now, so coming back to the left foot. Right shin comes parallel towards the ground. Grabbing behind this right thigh. Press your right thigh down so much you feel a little arch in your back start to form. Roll out the right ankle. An option to stay here or to bring left hand to the outside of the right thigh. Reach the right arm back behind you for a twist. And from here, I'll turn back sideways. On an exhale, you'll extend the right leg back behind you, bringing the right hand to the ground, right toes to the ground, coming into a lunge with a twist here. An option to stay here or lower that right knee to the ground, coming into a thigh stretch once more here. If you'd like to build on this thigh stretch, bring both hands to reach back and grab that foot. Lifting the waist up and out of the hips. Exhale, releasing. Stepping the right foot forward to meet the left, Uttanasana. Inhale, half back. Exhale, forward fold. And coming to stand, arms rise up. Exhale the hands down through the heart. Grabbing under the left thigh this time. Left knee comes up towards hip height. And press the left leg down so much that instead of this tucked under position, you start to feel this nice, healthy, neutral spine, which has just a tiny bit of an arch in your low back. Option to stay here in this nice active low back release, or bring the right hand to the outer left thigh, extend the left arm towards the back of the mat. And staying with your breath. On an exhale, turn back towards the front and extend that left leg back behind you, reaching it so far, bending that front leg, touching, tapping as lightly as you can your left fingers and left toes down. Right arm reaches up to the sky. Bringing the left knee down, reaching back for the right foot. I robbed you of rolling out your left ankle and standing, so you can do so here if you like. Option if you did so on the other side, or if you just want to try on this side, to grab the foot with both hands. Isometrically try to kick your left knee forward as you lift up higher with the torso. Releasing the back leg. And come to a seated position. And crossing your right leg over your left. Tuck your left heel in towards your right bum. Matsyendrasana, seated spinal twist. Inhaling, left arm reaches up to the sky. Exhale, twist towards the top leg. You can either grab that knee with the elbow or place a straight arm on the outside. And staying present with the sensations in your body. Let paying attention to you be the most important thing in the whole world right now. And give the gift of your presence to yourself. On an exhale, turn back towards the center. Two options for a hip opener here. One, You can log roll your legs like such. I understand that's not available to everybody. So if that's not available to you, come down onto your back in this figure four position and just grab behind the left thigh for a stretch here. If you're taking this log roll, inhaling, reach the arms up towards the sky. And exhale, fold forward over the legs. You want the primary sensation you're feeling to be in this outer right hip area here. If you're feeling it in the low back at all, perhaps take a nice active low back so the muscles of the low back are supporting it by keeping a straight spine. Wherever you go, be all there. Feeling fluids, breath moving throughout your body. Feeling thoughts come to and leave your mind. On a breath in, come back up and out of this position. You're on your back, come back up to seated. Straighten the legs out in front of you and shake them out for a moment. And coming into Matsyendrasana on the other side. Left leg crosses over the right. This is too much on the knee. You can also straighten this right leg out in front of you. Left leg crosses on top of it. Inhaling, the right arm reaches up to the sky. Exhale, twist towards the top leg. When we choose to pay attention like this, we get to read the story of our body. We get to see what secrets, stories, tensions are held in there. We get to watch as it gets rewritten. As our body becomes more like an ocean, receiving waves of breath. Letting things come, letting things go. Inhaling back towards the center. And taking this little log stack with your legs or coming into figure four on your back with the left leg on top. If you're seated, arms reach up to the sky. Exhaling, fold forward over your leg. Being open to hearing something new in your body today. Being open to something surprising you. Being open to receiving the gifts that live in you. And now rise back on up. If you're on your back, coming into a seated position for Baddha Konasana. Bringing the outer edge of the feet to touch. See if you could open the bottom of your feet like a book here. So when the top of your feet touch, your hips are in narrower. If you could bring the outer edge of your feet to touch, maybe the legs can widen. And keep this active so you're pressing the left and right pinky toes together here. Inhale, lift up through the spine. And maybe this is enough for you. You just stay here. Or maybe you begin to Inhale, rise on up. And take your right foot. Bring the heel towards the right sit bone, opening up to a half straddle here. Left hand comes to the inner edge of the left leg. Side bend over towards the left leg. And this might just look like right here. Your hand is more towards the foot. Or you might decide to extend longer. Meeting your body where it is with love. Inhale, rise back on up. Switching sides, right leg extends out in front of you. The left leg bends so the foot comes to the inseam of the right leg. Inhaling, arms extend to the sky. Lift the waist up and out of the hips. Exhale, folding forwards over the front leg. You can take this more as an active stretch, keeping a long spine, dragging the right heel back towards the bum. Or you could take it more passive as you lay your body forwards. It's up to you, up to your breath. What does your body need? Learning the story of your body today. Breathing in as you read it. Taking the breath in, rise back on up. Bring the left heel towards the left sit bone, coming into that half straddle position. Right hand inseam of the right leg, side bending towards the right side. And see if instead of collapsing the left shoulder down, you can keep the left shoulder, the left torso open, even if it means you go less further. There is no final pose or position you're trying to get to. There's just a returning back to freedom in your body. Inhale, rising back on up. Straightening the legs out in front of you for our final pose, Paschimottanasana. Scoot the sit bones back behind you so it already feels like you're folded forward. Arms reach up on a breath in. Exhale, extend the spine forward, forward. And being with your body exactly where it is. Inhaling, rise back on up. And slowly make your way onto your back. Your final resting pose of Shavasana. Letting all the beautiful work you've done in your body percolate throughout your cells, your muscles. Allowing your forehead to spread. Your eyes to be soft. Your jaw to release. letting the weight of your body be supported by the ground. Feeling how safe and held you are, simply just because you are. And I'd like to finish today with a poem. It's called Praying. It doesn't have to be the blue iris. It could be weeds in a vacant lot or a few small stones. Just pay attention, then patch a few words together. And don't try to make them elaborate. This isn't a contest, but the doorway into thanks, into silence in which another voice may speak. Mary Oliver. You may stay here in Shavasana as long as you like. And the light in me sees and loves the light in you. Namaste.